Welcome to another Let's Play brought to you by ep18 and Planet Phillip. Today we're doing Apprehension. This is part 2 of the Apprehension chapter. Some really interesting stuff that happens in this chapter. It's one of my favorite chapters, and I think some of the mapping elements in this chapter as well go highly unnoticed. So I'm gonna point them out so that you guys can see them. Here's a cool little bit. So this computer room, or server room, I guess, is basically infested. Once again, sorry about the dog. This computer room is basically infested with aliens. There's another one right here. And once you kill them off, this scientist will let you into, I guess it's like, I don't know, like an airlock, kind of. But like I said about the mapping in this, I think this chapter has the greatest mapping elements than any other chapter, even something as simple as that, where you can blow up the computers, or blow open the computers, and some of them you can see right through them like that. They all have their own little unique destruction animation. Like, it's just not a copy and paste. Little things like this really add to it. And we'll see in the next sort of bits, things that really go greatly unnoticed. I'm going to load up with HEV and you'll see why in a second.
Gordon Freeman, it is you, isn't it? The science team has been tracking your progress with the Black Mesa security system. Unfortunately, so is the military. That suit of yours is full of tracking devices. Still, it's better than going naked in this place. It's cold in there, and you'll have to hurry. It could sap your suit power in a matter of moments. If you're bent on reaching the Lambda complex, then you'll want to keep to the older industrial areas where the security system is full of holes. It's worked for me, so far.
Okay, so basically a little bit more of a plot structure. Nothing really new, though. We're still going to make our way towards the Lambda complex, but we're getting some more information now that they're monitoring sort of the security system, so we got to sort of stay a little bit quiet, a little bit secret as we make our way through. We can't really go through the open areas, or else it'll be a little bit too difficult. In this next area, which is the freezer of Apprehension, is a really interesting bit. He sort of tells you need to hurry up, but there's no reason to really hurry up, especially since they give you full HEV past there. So we're going to take our time, go through it, and admire the ceiling. We'll see why in a second. So as you can see, when you step in this freezer room, you start getting cold damage, which suggests that the alien slaves, even though they come from a very tempered environment, can resist cold fairly well. Even most Zen-like creatures can resist cold fairly well. This is an interesting addition. So like I said, the detail in this area is quite unique. Like even the ceiling detail that a lot of people fail to notice, like the pipes running on the top, and then even like the little Sprite decals hanging from the pipes to show frost. I think it's a really cool feature. Again, little things like these lights sort of extruding from the side of the walls, really adding some depth. Sort of getting in the way sometimes. Again, more ceiling. I just think the whole area looks absolutely fantastic, and people are often rushed through this area because they feel like they're gonna die. But I mean, we took our time and we're at 67%. So. In this little transition area with all the pipes sort of going into the freezer area, I know I'm concentrating a lot on this, but it's because I really think the detail is fantastic. And again, more detail like this little light that sways from the ceiling. Giving you a sense of, you know, freedom. Like there's some sort of air current coming down here, and you can hear it too. You can sort of hear the air, giving you a sense that there's something. We're at sort of surface level, and there's an exit. You know that feeling when you turn a corner like this and you get sort of a gust of fresh air? You can almost taste it when you're playing this chapter. Get an attack here in a second. You can even break barrels. With which a lot of custom mappers don't do. They don't make breakable barrels, just breakable boxes. some detail on the wall. Here. Even the lights. That's really cool.
Right? I've got a message for you. Make sure you don't...
Okay, so that is entirely scripted. We're about to encounter the Black Ops, and a lot of you will be saying, wait, no, female assassins aren't Black Ops. But in fact, they are Black Ops, even though they're scripted to fight with the HECU. The Black Ops is the third race, or the third enemy race in the Half-Life series. We got the Zen creatures, which also includes zombies, I guess. The HECU, which are the grunts that we've been seeing this entire time, and also the Black Ops. In Half-Life, the Black Ops are purely the female assassins, which we'll be seeing in a second. In Opposing Force, and furthermore, they become more of like the male Black Ops figures that you see later on. Now, a lot of people, because of the Half-Life coding, a lot of people think the female assassins work with the HECU. Because if you put them in the same room together, in a custom map, they won't fight each other, by default. They're essentially on the quote-unquote same side. But in Half-Life, they're never in the same room together. So the Valve designers sort of decided that they didn't really need to add a flag for that. They didn't need to create a separate team for the map editor. But in fact, they are a separate third class, a third race, so to speak, for you to fight. They're sent in to do the cleanup of the cleanup. And I know it sounds like like we're layering and making it overly complicated, but they just are here to destroy everything and set the nukes in place and blow the whole place up. They don't care what's in the way. And you see that a lot in Opposing Force, which is why it's probably one of the more interesting parts of the Half-Life series. Some would argue even more interesting than Half-Life 1. The female Black Ops... Actually, let's kill some. And then I can tell you more about the trivia, I guess. So you can already see now I'm getting shot at, and you don't even know where they're from. Fans that are new, they run very fast. The best way to take them down, in my opinion, is with the crossbow, because it's like insta-kill. Now there's 3 in this area. Okay, so we can sort of see them. Let's try to see this one. Yeah, you can sort of see them here. They use silenced Glocks. They have grenades on their belts, which they use quite often. If you play on hard mode, they actually also go invisible. They cloak. The Black Ops, the female Black Ops, were originally supposed to be armed with crossbows, which is why in this area, I think, here's another good shot of the female Black Ops, and you'll see that some of them, their night vision is down, some of them are up, which is why in this area you find a lot of crossbow bolts, I believe. I mean, it's just a theory of mine. There's some grenades in there, there's some crossbow bolts in here, and there's even some more crossbow bolts much later on, or in this huge open area, but more on the female assassins, I guess. The early female Black Ops, the model featured yellow goggles, and as you can see here, they're sort of reddish orange. As seen in Opposing Force, the Black Ops also have flash grenades, or flashbangs. Here they only have, your standard HECU grenade. Now this is an exaggeration, I guess, but it goes without saying because it's on the wiki. The female Black Ops, their breasts, they bounce extra exuberantly, obviously catering towards the male crowd. In Half-Life 2, there was supposed to be a successor to the Black Ops, the Combine Female Assassin, but that was cut. And in the original mocks for Half-Life 1, the CIA was to send 4 types of units to Black Mesa, and this was eventually simplified and cut in the final version. And I think that is about it. Yeah. So these are female Black Ops. You don't see them a lot in Half-Life 1. You see them a lot in Opposing Force. You see them a lot in custom maps, but not so much in Half-Life 1. And they're really a great character. I like them a lot. They can be quite hard if you don't really know how to fight them. You gotta be quick. open the surface access door, which will open these. Again, this is the fresh air bit that I was talking about. You can tell we're definitely at surface level. There's the sky, right? Now, most Half-Life fans will know what's coming. I'm going to ruin it for those who don't, because, like I said, this is a spoiler-full Let's Play. But you can see here that this looks like a pretty welcoming room with the first aid station there ready for you to fill up. I mean, if anybody new to the area would probably have taken some damage from the female assassins. But as most of you know, we do get apprehended, hence the name of the chapter, in this bit. So I just think it was a really cool area, just the way that it's sort of ominous. And you can see that in Portal 2. There's a lot of areas in Portal, both Portal 1 and Portal 2, where you look into a room and you're like, yeah, that's a trap. And, you know, it ends up being a trap.
Nice hit. Alright, we got him.
Where are we taking this Freeman guy? Topside for questioning. What the hell for? We've got him. Let's kill him now. And if they find the body? Body? What body?
Such a great scripted sequence. In fact, all being done with cameras just pointing straight up to the sky that are on a path, and you got the models walking back and forth. Okay, so we don't have any weapons. We're stripped of all our weapons. We still have HEV, and we still obviously have health. And it looks like we're in a trash compactor, similar to the Star Wars trash compactor, only without the what is it, the worm monster? I don't know what it's called. Anyway. So as soon as you start moving, you'll hear that this thing starts warming up. And, I mean, they make a pretty obvious path for you here to navigate yourself through. And it's not hard. I mean, I remember when I first did it, I definitely got killed, but it's not too difficult. You just climb up the boxes. Conveniently placed boxes. Very cool. Okay, so there's a crowbar here, but I want to mention something first, and why this game is so awesome. There's a vent down there that we eventually need to break with the crowbar. So it's literally impossible for you to move on without getting the crowbar. And where they don't put it directly in your path, like they don't put it directly here for you to grab, they still do make it mandatory, which is a good little plus. Valve thinking ahead. So I'll head down here. And now we have made it to the residue processing chapter, which features a lot of outdoor battles and a lot of fun. So we're going to end this Let's Play here, and the next chapter we'll talk about residue processing, and this is where Half-Life really starts to get interesting. So hopefully you've enjoyed this chapter. I know I did, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.